Hi, guys. Welcome to TCS Conscious Spirit Podcast. And today it's Thursday messaging. So I'm going to give you some messaging in a minute, do some cards. But before that, it's Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everyone, or Happy Holidays if you're celebrating. All of us at TCS Everyday Psychics wish you a happy time with your family and friends. And yes, sit back, enjoy, relax, enjoy this time. And yes, and if I don't see you before the new year, have a great new year and a great time. So please like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We love all your comments. We love the viewers that are here. Thank you very much. It's really really means a lot to us. And if you can also please comment because we love your comments and we'll try to reply them as much as we can. So without further ado, oh, hang on before I move on. Um, our website, TCS Everyday Psychics.com. You go to that, we not only do readings, and I can do a personal reading if you would like. We also do clearings. So if you have something that goes bump in the night, you need us to come in and help you out, let us know. You just send a comment on the website and put a message. It's Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everyone, or Happy Holidays if you're celebrating. All of us at TCS Everyday Psychics wish you a happy time with your family and friends. And yes, sit back, enjoy, relax, enjoy this time. And yes, and if I don't see you before the new year, have a great new year and a great time. So please like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We love all your comments. We love the viewers that are here. Thank you very much. And it's really really means a lot to us. And if you can also please comment because we love your comments and we'll try to reply them as much as we can. So without further ado, oh, hang on before I move on. Um, our website, TCS Everyday Psychics.com. You go to that, we not only do readings, and I can do a personal reading if you would like. We also do clearings. So if you have something that goes bump in the night, you need us to come in and help you out, let us know. You just send a comment on the website and put a message and we'll get back that to you. And then also if you want any spiritual development, we're your guys. So if you'd like to understand spirituality a bit more, open up and all that, then we all can help you. Maybe some healing in there as well. And we also do healing, spiritual healing. So you have a look at our website. Everything there is self-explanatory. And yeah, we can open up some avenues and doors for you. So, as I said, if you want to send us a message, just a comment or question, go onto our website and go to the comment and message page. Oh, one last thing. We do a lot of point of view, do a lot of reaction videos to the ghost hunters that do the videos, and we do Spirit's point of view. If you have a video you would like us to watch and react and comment on the comments, send us a message and the link, and we will have a look at it. Okay. Oh, I had to think getting all that out today. So if you would like to see, there'll be three cards coming up. What I'd like you to do is have a look at these cards. And I was quite quite well, three of them sounded really relevant, I found anyway, to this time of year. And you probably laugh when you see it. So look at the cards, look at what resonates with you, and then we'll go from there. So here are your cards. Hi, Group A. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. So, you chose Drama Queen. Now, uh, you're probably going to laugh because it's like, are you the Drama Queen? Or is somebody else the Drama Queen this Christmas? And they're like, oh my God, what a Drama Queen. And it can be male or female. Let's put it that way. So, what does this what does it say this week? Can you see that card? So, I felt this week the Drama Queen energy asks you to acknowledge the stories you tell yourself and how they shape your experience. So I'm just looking at the card, trying to get what else can you get this. It's not about denying those feelings or pretending everything is calm. It's about recognizing when drama is self-imposed or amplified by the reactivity and chasing a calmer, more constructive response. Are you that drama? Are you giving that energy off this Christmas time? Or are you around the table and you go, there's no need for that. There's no need to amplify the drama. No need. You could have, what you said could be done calmer, more constructive, and get a more clearer response from us. You see, so the core message was about drama often arises from miscommunication. And it's the overthinking. It's or unmet expectations. So notice when you're amplifying a situation with and your dialogue goes louder or external theatricals. So it's about, when you're overthinking or unmet expectations, there's a panic. Panic hits in. Your voice gets louder. You become more explosive. It's very theatrical. That's why it's the Drama Queen. And it's either all about you or it's deflecting. That deflecting. So if you are the Drama Queen this holidays, you have more power than you think. It's about pausing. It's about breathing and choose a response that aligns with your larger goals rather than the monetary emotional spike. So rather jumping into something with that theatrical stance is stop, think, pause, breathe. Oh, this will be my response. And usually we become that drama when we're someone deflects their problem onto us and we become defensive. We become we don't acknowledge or don't want the response to others to know it's us, to know what our feelings are. Usually, it's also about someone's breaking your boundaries because boundaries are essential. And it's okay to say no to the ongoing melodrama and to protect your energy for whatever truly matters. You know, so are you this week the drama queen that's going to hold back, is going to be calm, pause, reflect, and have that calming response forward? And if there is somebody else in your environment that's that drama queen, how are you going to respond? How are you going to um, help them be the calmer person? So focus this week. Let the drama be this card again. Let me show you the card. Let the drama reveal. Let the drama reveal underlying needs, not just the surface emotions. Are you feeling heard? Are you feeling valued or seen? Use your awareness this week to guide your actions rather than reacting to the spectacle of the moment. So we have that. Let's put that down. And we've got some cards. So what I'm going to do is pick two tarot cards and then another oracle card help us with this week's drama. Ah, going everywhere. They're going everywhere. Okay, first one. Okay, we have. Let me see. That's beautiful cards. You have. So with this card is the King of Pentacles. Where is the best focus this week? Now, the King of Pentacles signals a practical. Now, he is grounded. He's very grounded, very practical. That's his focus. So that's a focus we're going to aim for this week. That grounded, practical focus. And this week is about stabilizing your environment. Stabilizing. Pentacles are about wealth. So money, finances, health, daily routines, stabilizing your career, stabilizing what's happening in your career. And it's about creating the tangible progress and structure to counterbalance any drama that might swirl around you. So focus this week on the King of Pentacles to feel that grounded energy, because what's happening around you is going to be drama. And there's always drama at Christmas, always. Everybody around the table could be a drama queen, but it's how you respond, it's how you react, and it's about being grounded, grounding your energy, and grounding the practicality. So, how can we apply this focus of the year and into the new year? Well, like I just said, it's about grounding yourself, ground yourself, set in a routine. There we go. It's about setting simple schedule and keeping to it. So rest of the year, new year, ground yourself in a routine, set the simple schedule and stick to it. Make practical plans. There we go. Make practical budgets, make practical errands or a project with a clear milestones. And then invest in that stability. So physically organizing the space. So, if your place is cluttered, minimize that down. This maybe into the new year, maybe the new year, January is probably a good time. Declutter the space around you. Eat nourishing meals. Dare I say it? Exercise. And you know what? And with the exercise, doesn't have to be, oh, I've got to, go to the gym. Walking is an amazing form of exercise, and just getting out there in the fresh air, breathing in good air and not the toxic air that we have in our streets. And then finally, rest. Very important. Rest. And then also prioritize long-term security over that short-term pleasure. So if we had to also break this down, the focus. So we said finances, did we? Well, how do we do that? Well, we put the structure in place and we review your budgets and expenses. and see if you can identify small savings. There we go. Create a practical planner if you're really that sort of mind, and a major financial goal. Maybe you could set a goal to pay off a debt, or you want to buy a new sofa, you're going to save for a new sofa. That structure, that practical grounding. And then in work and projects, what can you do? Well, you can how about identifying a project that can deliver measurable results this week or next week? And then with that, rather than just being yourself, how about branching out and mentoring a friend or someone as part of that project? Delegate goals, delegate tasks, and feel like that everyone is part of the plan. Everyone's part of that success. And then health, we said invest in stability, and one was about health. So what about establishing meaningful, healthy, or daily duties? Remember I said walking? There we go. Ensure that maybe 30 minutes walking a day. There we go. Maybe stopping processed foods and eating healthier. And the next one, grounding practices. I said a short daily walk or breathing. That would be really great. Okay, so that was just from the King of Pentacles. How important it is of us to the end of the year and into the year, starting new goals and making us be better. So the next card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is all about your wealth. These cards. So Knight of Pentacles. Well, it feels like this card is about what am I getting? What advice am I getting this week for my inner wisdom? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest cards in the deck, but there could be a reason for this, which involves the inner wisdom. So you achieve your goals, achieve your tasks meaningful and correctly, and with got passion, and there won't be no doubt. So the Knight of Pentacles, what is? Well, the inner guidance speaks with steady, methodical energy. It's about planting seeds slowly, it's not just putting seeds in the ground. It's going, well, that seed's going to go there. That seed's going to go there. It's about the guidance, invites the grounded, practical, and steady inner guidance. You don't rush with this card. You take your time. And it's important. Also, the Knight of Pentacles, it invites you, sorry, I keep showing the card, invites you to move forward. Okay, he's not still, but he moves forward, but it's with patience, a patient diligence. It's about focusing on the small, reliable steps that articulate into meaningful change. So with this key message, what can we do? What can we do to help us? Well, maybe it's about slowing down. Maybe it's about slowing down to be able to move forward more surely. It's consistency rather than speed. Your inner guidance favors that slow, deliberate progress rather than rushing around, like the Knight of Swords. He's like, action, let's go, rush, shortcuts, blah. No, this is about that deliberate, slow progress, so you get the job done correctly. So remember, small, reliable steps build lasting results. What else can you do? Well, you could do one thing at a time. Finish tasks rather than starting new ones. There we go. What else? Build a plan and follow it. Follow it. Motivate, to complete it. That um, passion. If you can see the end in the end is nigh, then you say, "Oh, great! We're going to finish this off. Great, great." Then I can breathe, maybe start something new. And also, this card is about being dependable. It's about, we're saying this week, what key message. So, say with work, so we have the Pentacles. It's about whether it's work or what you're doing or project. It's about showing up for others, showing up. Not so if you've got a project on it, showing up for that project, helping others. And it's about taking the responsibility within that group and showing that you care about that. So the Knight, it's all about that steady, methodical energy, your inner wisdom, thinking things through. Where the King was about the grounded practicality steps we have to focus on this week rather than being drama queen. And then we have, this is from the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle deck, but I think some of their cards are pretty good. And we have Sybil. And Sybil came up. Can you see that? Sybil came up this week. So she will help and support you this week. Now, in an ancient world, particularly around the Mediterranean, there were female oracles who were consulted for their abilities to look into the future. You can see the lady. And these wise women were powerful and often educated. And of course, because of education, they were feared by many. So Sybil's presence this week, I feel, adds a layer of transformative insight. Sybil's emphasis are inner truth, shadow work, and penetrating clarity. I feel she can also help you navigate those undercurrents that reveal what lies beneath the drama. So how is she going to assist you this week? How is she going to assist you this week? Well, hang on. Well, I feel Sybil is going to help you unearth those hidden motivations. Why a situation feels dramatic or change. The inner wisdom, the inner truth. You're going to see through the drama. You're going to go, hang on, what's happening here? Is this a drama? Because it feels dramatic or changed. I think Sybil also is going to help you illuminate shadows without judgment. It's about being compassionate and that awareness. And it feels she's going to provide guidance guidance for honesty with yourself and others. And it's seeing through the chaos, seeing through. She's going to help you this week have a clarity and clear understanding of seeing through all the drama that's happening. So remember, rather fight it, sit back, listen, watch, observe, take it in, because sometimes you don't need to have that drama. Sometimes you don't need to respond to that drama. So what situation? So maybe you need to question what situation makes you feels dramatic? And what fear or belief is fueling it? Is that you or is it them? So question it. And what am I, here we go, where am I playing a role in the drama? And where is the truth? Are you just being a drama queen just for the sake of it? So Sybil is going to help you get that clarity. Shadow check-in. She will list, no, So she will help you list one. No, I'm gonna backtrack. So this week, I want you to look in yourself and I want you to list one recurring drama trigger and the underlying need it signals. Okay, and once you're how, what can you do about it? Maybe it's an honest conversation. In a calm moment, it's about expressing that core need, honestly, to someone involved. And it's aiming for clarity rather than victory. So really, it's about all that drama. She's saying, what can you do? What's triggering it? What's the underlying cause? And you find actually there's no need to be that. And so, and to help that is that honest conversation, either with yourself or with that person. So the message this week, that's very interesting. Just gonna do this, all this, and then we have all this. Can you see that? Can you see that? Great. So the drama, that's it. The drama is a signal, not a verdict. So it's about letting it highlight what needs attention and what you can let go. Maybe somebody else is a drama queen and involving you, and it's you being aware what the drama, and hang on, there was no need. That can be brought down a notch from 10 to 2. It's about, there's the king. It's about grounding and structuring your week to counteract those impulsive reactions. And then we have this one, move with patience, steady effort. Can you see that? That's the knight. Small, consistent steps beat that frantic leaps. And then lastly, we have Sybil. And Sybil's clarity to reveal hidden motivations and cultivate those honest, compassionate awareness. It's about facing the shadows to restore your harmony. Oh, hope that made sense this week. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Again, if you like this message, let me know and see if it resonated with you. And remember, if you are the drama queen, breathe, calm, take a step back, hold everything in, because the response you want is that calm harmony, balance, grounded energy, not the roar. Okay, so Group A, take care. I see you next time. Hi, Group B. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I hope you're having a great time. So you choose move on core card. Why is that Christmas? Well, maybe you need to move on from something that's happened. Maybe you need to move on from that toxic relationship. Maybe you need to move on from the environment. Maybe you need to move on from I got dead workspace. Maybe you need to move on what no longer serves you. So let's delve into this card. As you can see, it feels like move on invites you to acknowledge what no longer serves you. And it's about what and to realize what's weighing you down. You know, it's not about erasing lessons or denying emotions, but about choosing forward movement. As you can see, she is there, she's moving on. It's not getting down, it's putting things behind, and it's about, right, I'm gonna ride the waves, I'm going to move forward. And by doing that, I'll be clearing my energy and making space for something healthier, lighter, or more aligned with your values. I'm going to see my values with your values. And it's also where you're heading. So what's the core message this week? Well, I feel it's about letting go, which helps create space for new possibilities, opportunities. It's not, let's put it this way. If I had loads of bags, they're really full of rocks, but I see in front of me, oh, I can carry some bread. Would I just go past and ignore the bread? No, I'd empty the rocks. I don't need them no longer. And I put the bread in because I'm going to eat it in a minute. It's great. It's about releasing something you don't need and creating that opportunity. So move on. What else can I get? Well, if relationship or job pattern or belief keeps looping without that growth, then it's about considering what a healthy distance. No, it's about consider what about that healthy distance, or understanding how you're going to depart from the current status quo. How are you going to complete departure? And what would that require? So if you're not growing in relationship, job pattern, it's going, okay, this isn't healthy. So what am I going to do about it? How am I going to do that? What do I need to put in process? Where I'm going to go? It's not just sitting and going, doom, gloom, woe's me. It's about doing something about this. It's about moving forward, changing your energy, feeling lighter, feeling inspired, feeling, oh, this is going to happen. It's changing the status quo. It's releasing the negativity. Because when you do that release, often comes gratitude. You're freeing yourself. You're freeing up. Yeah, you're freeing up yourself. Helps your future self. So move on. It's a very important card. The decision to move on is your first point of call. How you're going to do it is the next stage. But the biggest part is the decision, I'm going to move on. And that's the greatest thing you can ever start. Because it's that positive forward energy, the self-discipline, the self-respect of you guiding yourself, directing yourself. So if you look at, so how can we do this? So why don't you this week, the focus? It's about maybe choosing something where you're clinging on to something out of habit rather than need. There we go. So I want you to choose one thing this week, how you're clinging on to something out of habit rather than need. And it's about identifying those anchor points that keep you stuck and then plan clear steps how to loosen them and how to eradicate them. There we go. And that's going to help you move on. So we've got some, hello there, some tarot cards. Sorry, my chair is slipping down. Sorry about that. So you choose a couple of cards to help us with our messaging. Oops. Okay. The first card here. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. These are great cards. Look at that. Eight of Pentacles. Well, the Eight of Pentacles is about being focused, alignment work. This always always associates with apprenticeship, starting something new and building that confidence and that growth in that becoming something better, improving the layers. It's an apprenticeship like learning. So this week it's about investing in a craft, investing in a craft of moving on. Go. And it's all about how you do it, that moving on. It's about you do it skillfully and with valor, and you do it deliberately. It's about attending to practical steps that clear the path ahead. See how skillfully he does that? This card is about skill, and it's about, okay, I've got this problem. So here are the steps. They're clear, they're focused, and they're moving me forward. So how can I apply this? How can I apply this into my everyday life this week? Well, it's about the routines you have, tidy them up. And projects, we have so many on the go. We'll stop that. Finish off projects so that you only have, rather having 8 projects on the go, you only have 4, limiting the amount. So there is quality rather than quantity in what we do. And it's about also wrapping up the loose ends. So how can we use this week, loosening up loose ends? And when you do that, it's about learning from this experience and noting the lessons you've learned, the reflections, and how you can do it better next time. Maybe the routine you have is not right. So you need to establish a new routine going forward. And I think with any of this, it's being true to yourself and it's adding discipline to what you believe in. And that discipline, of course, with compassion. And of course, don't forget, you'll be harsh, there'll be self-criticism, but it's applying, because what he is it's not easy. This is going to be a hard job going forward. But remember what I said, you're going to do it with quality rather than quantity. And remember, it's Pentacles, and this is all about how you get there through a steady pace rather than rushing it. Okay, our next card we have is the Page of Swords. There we go. Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, what advice is it giving you this week? Well, it's your inner, can you see that? Sorry. It's about your inner guidance, speaking with curiosity, clarity, and honest communication. The Page of Swords. It's clear, it's vibrant, it's sometimes can have a bit of that naivety into it. It's the Page of Swords, it encourages you to ask questions. It's about the curiosity. It's about questioning things. Always think of this card, like the page has got like a little what's that called? Magnifying glass, because he's like a detective. There we go. He's a detective. We're seeking the truth and speak their needs with a lightness about it, and they're honest about what they're saying and how they feel. Well, honest about what they say rather, and it's using this magnifying glass because they need to see the beginning, the middle, and the end rather than just doing that. So this week, it's about questioning your old patterns. So we have to give a message. What I feel it's about questioning your old patterns, being the detective and what you do, how you looking at those old patterns and going, are they beneath me? Maybe what beliefs you have are driving the urge to hold on to those old patterns. And remember, it's about curiosity over, it's about your inner voice communicating, encouraging, asking questions, testing assumptions, and staying open to new information, either from yourself, what you read, or from other people. It's about being the detective this week. And remember, our card is move on. It's being honest with yourself. This is what the page is saying. Be honest with yourself. Be ruthless. And seeing that clarity. How am I going to move on? Or here are the steps. Oh God, they're harsh. But I know I'll do it. That's how I'm going to get it. Because you're using then the Eight of Pentacles here, because he's helping you put those steps in for that structure. She's seeing the clarity what those each steps mean and how ruthless they can be for you to get there. So we talked about the information. It's about also the page is about new ideas. It's about staying open to those new information, not being hoodwinked. It's opening up your eyes and going, oh, I never thought of that. I'll do that. Being willing to pivot when the evidence points elsewhere, and it's being adaptable and looking at new perspectives. And when you do, you see those new facts, you add it into your structure. So it's about this week. Maybe the steps is having a brief, honest conversation with yourselves. Maybe looking at the boundaries or decisions and how you move forward. Maybe keeping a journal, write it down, or write a short list of what your remember writing a short list of understanding what you're leaving behind and why in your own words to help with that moving on, to help with that catharsis process you're discovering. Oh, bit of deep this week. And then we have an oracle card, and it is a deep, dark, and dangerous oracle card. Now, I'm going to apologize if I say this name wrong. It's Mormolakaria. Mormolika. Mormolikia. Mormolikia. There we go. Now, they could be translated to mean terrible wolves. And they worked in the underworld. They were benevolent creatures, and they helped to assist in revenge or justice. And these may have been terrible to look upon, or it may have been terrible to feel their wrath. Now, this energy this week feels, brings a touch of shadow with that practical, grounded edge. This card supports you in turning away from those lingering attachments. Can you see it? Am I clear? And transforming discomfort into discipline and resilience. It's about how can Mormol, I call it Mormol, there we go. How can the Mormol this week help you? Well, it's about facilitating courageously the release. Help you face what you're letting go. Helping you face by letting go without the drama. It's about grinding. We had grounding, not grinding, grounding. We had the pentacles here, and it's about grounding your intentions into reality, not idealist endings. It's helping you. It's helping you encourage. It's helping you to confront fear rather than avoid it, coming at it headlong with clear with clear clarity, clear honesty, clear conversation, and then being able to plan that structure and how to get through it. You know, the Mormon, it's about releasing your rituals. It's changing what you normally do. It's leaving behind the mundane things you do in, day out. It's about burning them, shedding them, releasing them. It's about a symbol of moving forward. Momo also helps you map those boundaries. It's about looking at the boundaries of your people, your tasks, your habits, your energy, what's happening. And it's engaging and it's going, do I need that? No, it's releasing it and then redoing boundaries around. It's about ending unfulfilled patterns. And the MoMA is helping you do that. It's by your side, releasing, going, no. Remember, I've just really seen what it's saying. It's about they looked and were terrible to feel their wrath. Well, this is wrath at you going, come on, you can get through this. You've got to get through this. Stop alleviate, stop doing the same old thing. This is the time for you to move on, and I am helping you. I am at your heels. I'm biting at your heels. This terrible wolf is biting at your heels and going, come on, let's move, let's do something, and not be complacent, not be um stop procrastinating. There we go. So I'll just do this and these. You see that? There are 3 cards. So move on is a nudge toward healthier detachment and clear forward motion. We then have the 8 of Pentacles. Focus your week on practical release and new beginnings while applying discipline, honest self-inquiry, Page of Swords. And then lean a Momo to turn shadow into structure. Face what's hard, then act with clarity, the resolve. It's having this card at your feet, biting your feet, helping you to move forward, move on, and realize the intention and realize why you're moving on. I think I got myself a little bit mixed up there, but I hope this made sense this week. I hope that, these decisions you won't rush into, moving on decision, you won't rush into, you'll use that Page of Swords to look at your problem with clarity and reason why you're moving on, reflecting on it. What will happen if I do? Stop the what ifs, look at it clear on. Remember, you might need that wolf to nibble your ankle to go, oh, okay, I'm going, I'm moving, I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And once you get moving, the momentum starts moving and you get that good pace. So, hope you enjoyed that, Group B. I look forward to seeing you next week. And yeah, please write some comments. Let me know what you think, and it'll be really good. So, take care. Lots of love. Bye. Hi, Group C. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a good time. Yes, so we have, well, you've chosen the card Desperate. Now, remember at the beginning I said, oh, I was laughing, sort of quite poignant, the cards around Christmas time. Well, are you desperate to get away? Or are you desperate to finish a project? Desperate to solve a clue to the family puzzle or family whodunit? Are you desperate for answers? Are you desperate for clarity? So the card this week, let's just move that up, invites you to notice where urgency, fear, or A sense of lack is driving your decisions. This week, you're asked to pause your impulse to force the outcomes. So pause the impulse to force your outcomes. And instead, it's about leaning into the calmness of your clarity, your compassion, your self-care, and aligned action of what you're doing. See, desperation can be a powerful signal. And it can point to what matters most and what you might be seeking, neglecting, listening. Yeah. So I just said the listening. It's about listening. It's about breathing. And it's about choosing steps that restore your steadiness of life rather than escalating the pressure that's around you. So the core message this week on desperate. Urgency. Urgency can distort the perspective. How about that? It's about when you feel pushed to, feeling desperate to act immediately. Take a step back, slow down. It's about checking your real needs, about checking your resources and priorities. That's stopping when to act immediately. Desperation often masks deeper wounds and deeper traumas, like fear of not being enough, fear of loss, fear of the unknown. So it's about approaching these with that gentleness and curiosity and not going in like a bull in a china shop. So you can convert the desperate pressure, you can convert it into positive, purposeful action by creating small, reliable steps that honor your boundaries and your long-term goals. So the focus this week, obviously desperate, where is the energy? Where is the energy of I must have this now? Where is the energy of I must have this now taking over? Where's it coming from? So you need to question it. You need to understand it. Why is that? So identify a single anchor of this and how you can rest on this week. Might be someone's conversation, might be a plan, might be a boundary. Especially Christmas time, there's loads of people around, so you'll be able to figure something out. And it's about replacing that frantic energy and changing its speed, changing the progress, changing that heavy energy around it. So, focus this week is going, I must have this now. Where's that coming from? And do you really need it now? Why are you being so desperate? Or why are they being so desperate? Might not be about you this week, might be about somebody else. It's reflecting, it's looking at this energy and going, what's this about? Why are they being desperate? How can I change this? How can we change the flow and take a step back? Change the energy. So, put that down there. I'm going to choose 2 tarot cards to help us improve the messaging. Ooh. It says, your cards go everywhere. Okay. Put those there. So I've got two cards. Okay. So we have, everyone's had loads of pentacles this week. Group A and Group B had pentacles. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles emphasizes stability. Emphasizes stability, boundaries, and conserving resources. Can you see that? Lovely. I think it's a crow. It's like a crow there. So, but this week focuses on securing maybe what you already have. That can be your time, your energy, money, and health. So you don't burn out chasing gratification. You know, this week it is about securing what you already have. You know, it's not being desperate, clinging on to things you don't need. Desperation. So it's about setting boundaries, stability, feeling grounded, and it's focusing on what you already have. So how can I do that? Well, one, protect your energy. Say no to the non-essential demands this week and protect your boundary space. Protect. So protect. Keep your boundary space safe. How about that? That's better. Ground your finances and resources. That's a good one. Renew a project. Set a small goal plan. And tidy up areas that drain you. You know, it release that desperation, that things that drain you. Create a small container for your plans. So you have a realistic plan, make sure it's simple, so it's not straining on your resources, straining on your mindset, or straining on your thought process or physicality. So then you're desperate then to get it completed. Do that desperation fits in to be able to do this, this, and this? No, don't want that. It's about being mindful, practical, being committed, aligning with your priorities. So next one we had was Page of Cups. Now, Page of Cups brings a little bit more gentle, intuitive, emotional awareness. You know, this is about, you know, your inner guidance. Your inner guidance is inviting you to approach the situations from the desperation with openness, curiosity, kindness, self-talk. It's about letting creativity and empathy lead your decisions rather than sheer desperate urgency. So the page, what can we learn? What messages can we get to help us this week? Well, it's about listening. It's about listening to your feelings, listening to the signals rather than problems and that desperate need to fix immediately. It's communicating with your heart. Express the needness for calm, especially in a compassionate way, and allow heartfelt joys to replenish your energy. So how can I do this? Well, start a short daily check-in. When I mean check-in, it's in with your emotional state. So you don't get too stressed or overbalanced. It's about doing small creative, uplifting activities. And the reason why you would do that is about resetting your energy, resetting your mood. You know, we get desperate in desperate times. And the page is all about, the optimism. It's about imaginative, heartfelt solutions to get you through. And being gentle and imaginative and emotionally aware of how to get through, how to release this desperation. So we have a card, another oracle card is going to help you this week. And they're from the deep, dark, and dangerous oracle cards. Now, we have the Banshee. I don't know if you know about that. It says grief here, but this is about Banshee and the desperation. It's not about screaming our way. No, we're going to look at why we've got the Banshee to help you this week. Well, can you see that? There we go. Banshee's energy introduces, it's about transformative boundary, clarifying force. She helps you face impending endings, releasing what no longer serves you, and helps you move through fear and clarity. That's her aim, not to scream at you. It's the endings, released, and her presence signifies that you need to listen to the truth. You need to listen to the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. It's not being about desperate. It's not being desperate in the situation or desperate actions, but it's stopping. It's stopping and listening to the Banshee, understanding what she's trying to say, and listening to the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Because if you do, it will then free you into a healthier action going forward. So how is she going to help you? How is the Banshee assisting? Well, it's about encouraging honest confrontation with that fear and avoidance patterns. It's about her supporting decisive action that respects in both your needs and others' boundaries. It's about releasing the guilt or martyrdom that amplifies desperation. We don't have any victims here. The Banshee doesn't have any victims here. And it's about what I said earlier, listening to the truth. So how can we put that into practice this week? Well, it's about identifying endings with care, not being desperate to end it, or it needs to end, but how am I going to do this? How am I going to take the energy of the Page of Swords to be able to complete this ending? And that could be in a relationship, could be in a habit or a pattern. And it's about these things that drain you and drain every ounce of you, or that aren't taking you to move forward. Rather desperately finding a boundary or exit really quickly, it's about thinking the process and how to do this and the correct boundary, the correct exit for that relationship, for that habit, or that pattern. The boundaries. It's about the Banshee is telling you is declare the boundary correctly. It's about communicating a clear limit to someone who drains your energy with a compassion. It's also, there's another one, suggested Banshee. It's about the fear through truth exercise. And what I mean by that It's write the worst case scenario, then outline one practical step to be able to cope with it. And you see that step, you see it there written down. Oh, I'm not being desperate. This is clear, shows a pattern, shows my process, how I'm going to move forward with my fear associated with the exercise. And it's about you being clear. It's about you listening to yourself, listening to your truth to get through. So this week, I'm going to just put these together. Yes, can you see that? Got it? Got it? Yeah. So we have the message this week, and we have desperate. The desperate energy invites you to slow down, choose purposeful, boundary aware actions. We then have the Four of Pentacles, and this is focused on stability, energy conversation. It's very important you focus on that because it will help avoid those reactive decisions. And then we have the next one, let your inner wisdom guide you with emotional awareness, curiosity, and that gentle communication. And lean on the Banshee for those courageous endings and boundary clarity, turning fear into structured progress. Very deep this week. But I'm sure some of you may have chosen this because it's a deep message this week and how to get through this. I hope it made sense. Please comment, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay. And I'll see you into the next year. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.